Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. In today's video, I am doing a mini reading for a specific group of divine feminines. So I got the message that this reading is going to be very specific today. It's been a while since I've done a reading that directly addresses either a group of divine feminines or a group of divine masculines, but this message just needed to get through so strongly. And so, of course, only take it if it does resonate for you. And I always say to use your own intuition on that, which really is your guide and your compass in this life. So what I am picking up is that for this particular divine feminine, there is a masculine from your past who keeps some kind of line of connection to you, but they hold on to this silently. So this is someone that you are not actively in contact with, or contact would be very sporadic. In fact, I'm hearing pretending not to care. This is someone who may treat you like a stranger or may seem from all appearances as though they have fully let go of this connection. In fact, I am also picking up that this is someone who got into another relationship or connection with a karmic feminine energy. So this karmic feminine, for some reason, I'm hearing the words lower standards. I feel like they are not quite a match with this karmic feminine, and that's kind of putting it lightly, because really what I'm getting is that strangely, this person that they're with doesn't really even seem to be their type. This doesn't seem to be someone that they are very drawn to or genuinely want to be with or connect with, which of course can be what happens in a karmic connection over the course of time. There can be an initial attraction, yes, because a karmic does teach us some kind of spiritual lesson within ourselves. But I'm hearing that in this case, the lesson that they were meant to learn from this person is how to face their fear of being alone and to really develop a sense of confidence within themselves, to put themselves out there emotionally and to go for what they really want. So they've settled into this relationship or marriage or connection with a karmic feminine because this person allows them to be complacent. So even though they don't feel necessarily a strong pull or attraction or deep connection with this person, I'm hearing, we don't talk the way you and I did. That's what I'm getting from this person. Like, they often, when they are in conversation with this karmic feminine, think about you, the divine feminine in this scenario. Which, by the way, when I talk about divine feminine energy and karmic feminine, the strange thing about karmic connections is many of us have been the karmic feminine in a connection or in a relationship. So these aren't meant to be labels to put down or condescend to any group of people. We are the karmic feminine in certain relationships or connections that are simply meant to be lessons where there's no deeper soul alignment between us and the other person. And that's simply what's going on here. So that is why I am using that term in this instance to describe the person that this masculine is with. Whereas with you, they have a more sacred, divine kind of connection. I am getting that the two of you used to get into very deep conversations. I'm seeing the stars. So I don't know if you would look at the stars or talk about like just the universe, the cosmos, the galaxies, spiritual ideas. I feel like your conversations with this person would go very deep. And I'm also getting that whenever you would converse with each other, even if there were other people in the room, you would go into almost like this bubble energetically where during the course of that conversation, it felt almost as though it was only the two of you. I got the name like Layla or something like that for someone listening. I'm also hearing that during these times, it would feel as though time quite literally did not exist. Like you would enter into a vortex that was timeless. And I'm getting as well that This person prior to meeting you never would have really been able to define exactly what their quote unquote type was. But when they met you, it's like you checked all of their boxes and then some. Boxes that they didn't even know that they necessarily had. It's like everything about you just felt right to this person. I'm hearing it feels right to be standing beside you, or it feels right to be connecting with you or talking to you or having you in my life. That is what I'm getting from this person. However, I am picking up that there was some kind of window of time where you dropped a hint or a signal to this person, to this masculine, and they picked up on the hint. They did get the hint. They received the message, whatever it was, and they contemplated it. But the thing is, that hint or message was meant to push them to actually open up about how they'd been feeling for quite some time. There were many moments that they came so close to toppling over the edge and sharing all of those feelings. Someone could be a Leo here. I saw a lion in my mind's eye. There were so many times that they came close to doing that, but they never quite allowed themselves to fall all the way into this. And they always held themselves back emotionally just enough. But they were right on the edge is what I'm picking up on. And I feel that you waited for a period of time. You gave this person the time or the space to essentially be able to open up their feelings, express something to you, but you weren't going to do it for them. This was something that they were supposed to do. And it was actually like the lesson that they were supposed to learn here, I'm hearing fear of rejection. This is someone who absolutely fears rejection. And they were so afraid of being rejected outright by you, being rejected by what they really wanted. Like, this is the kind of person who wouldn't apply for their dream job or go after like what they really want, or even say out loud what they really want, because they have I'm hearing like an inferiority complex where they feel like they're not going to get what they want. And so instead, I'm hearing talk themselves down. This may be someone who speaks very negatively about themselves very often. But I'm hearing that instead of really putting themselves out there and even vocalizing what they want, or even admitting to themselves what they want, they will settle for complacency and pretend to be content with it, all the while feeling this persistent sense of emptiness. And you can sense that emptiness coming from this person even now. We got the word Chicago from the love word scramble. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and shuffle some of the cards here. I got the name Rebecca for someone as well. Yeah, I feel like this person, like I said at the beginning, they keep some kind of connection to you. This is someone who has pretended by all appearances to have let you go, or they're acting like they do not care. I'm getting that when they did not take action on the hint or the signal that you dropped to them, which was probably weeks, months, or even years ago, you chose to move forward. And I feel you did this with a heavy heart. I'm getting that this wasn't easy necessarily for you, that you didn't want to leave this person in your past, but that you had to. It's almost like you had to exit the timeline that they were on, the version of you that was connecting with them on that timeline in that way. And I'm hearing, are you coming with me? It's almost like that was what your energy was saying. Like, are you going to come along with me into this next timeline? But I see this person like shaking their head because they were afraid. And again, I just keep getting that fear of rejection. There's a lot of blockage around this person's solar plexus chakra specifically. So this is someone who really struggles with their sense of self-esteem and self-confidence. Yeah, they see you as the Queen of Cups and themselves as the Page of Cups. I'm hearing, what could I possibly have to offer you? I'm seeing fish for some reason. Maybe this person has fish. The state of Virginia came out here. The ocean could be significant. The sky. Exercise. Maybe someone is going to the gym or working on themselves physically right now. Frog. Italy. Magic. Sunday. Okay, so Yeah, what can I channel about how this person is feeling towards you at this time? Two of Wands. I'm hearing it looks as though they've made a choice here because they have gotten into this relationship or connection with this karmic feminine. But behind their back, you can see that other wand. You see that other choice still open. I'm also getting that the karmic feminine that they are with has this inkling of an awareness that this person, this masculine, still has a hidden attachment to you emotionally. She seems to recognize that there's something really special and different about whatever the two of you shared. She doesn't really realize how deep the feelings go here, but I feel like there's something in this person's eyes, in their tone of voice, whenever they speak about you, that really caught this karmic feminine's attention because it's different than how this person speaks about anyone else. They have this like deep affinity for you, this care for you, even now, even after this long period of silence, even after they've chosen to physically be with this other person, there's this deep care and admiration for you that shows through their eyes, that shows through their face, that comes through in their voice tone, that they really can't even hide here, is what I'm picking up on. And I'm hearing they're not fooling anyone, really. So this person kind of feels like they're putting on a convincing act that they're happy in this karmic relationship, that they're happy with their life. But really, I'm specifically seeing a parental figure. This could be a mother figure or a father or an older sibling. I'm seeing like maybe an older brother or a mother coming through here. But there seems to be someone who is kind of secretly aware of what is going on here, aware that this person is putting on an act, but actually deeply unhappy with their life, with their relationship. And I just keep getting the word complacent. Yeah, they're feeling very complacent and they're in a sense of regret that they didn't actually go for what they really wanted. And there's a part of them saying to themselves, well, it's too late now to actually express how I feel. But the thing is, their spirit is still pushing them to express how they feel regardless. Now, of course, it would be up to you how you respond to this person if or when they do express these feelings. Maybe you wouldn't necessarily be receptive to it at this point. But in either case, it's part of their soul's lesson here to express those feelings regardless, to open themselves up emotionally, because there is growth that will happen for them through that on a spiritual level. Although it is a massive act of courage for this person, it's them being willing to put their heart on the line and to value openness and authenticity over their own fear of being rejected by what they really want. And that seems to be a major part of what your soul has entered their life to teach them. But it feels almost like a delayed lesson, like it's been taking them a really long time to learn this lesson or to overcome it. But it's going to stay open until they do this. I feel until this person actually openly and directly expresses their feelings for you with no expectation, with no knowingness of whether you're going to be receptive to it or not. And again, maybe you wouldn't be receptive to it, but in either case, this lesson cannot close itself out. This loop is going to remain open and it's going to haunt them and nag them until they do express feelings for you. I just so strongly get that their higher self, their spirit guides, all of the spiritual forces guiding their life, even their ancestors, are pushing them. Even people who are still alive that are family members, I feel, are spiritually kind of pressing or pushing them to open up and to be honest with you about their feelings for you, regardless of how you respond to it. Again, it's part of their soul's growth process that needs to take place here. So I'm going to shuffle the cards and channel more into this person's headspace, their energy right now. But if this is connecting for you and you would like to manifest contact from this person, I highly recommend my Break No Contact Subliminal meditation. This is a super powerful one that comes from my Subliminals app, Sound and Soulful. I personally use this app every single day and often overnight while I sleep. I find that listening to these subliminals really magnetizes and charges my energy to boost my sense of confidence, to manifest the things I desire in my life, and to really cultivate the kind of aura and energy that I desire to embody. So specifically, this Break No Contact Subliminal has gotten hundreds of positive reviews messages and comments from so many of you who have been using it to manifest contact from your specific person. It works by opening up your subconscious mind and essentially changing the frequency of the energy and the thoughts and the beliefs that you are emanating to make yourself super magnetic and receptive for positive contact and communication from the person that you desire to hear from. I have heard some of the most seemingly miraculous stories from people who have used this subliminal. I heard one story from someone who listened to it once overnight while they were sleeping, and the next day, the person they'd been wanting to hear from unblocked them after having them blocked for 2 years and then contacted them. I also heard a story of someone who meditated with this under a tree, and when they opened their eyes, the person they'd been wanting to hear from actually was driving by and waved from them at that exact moment. So listening to this subliminal can really open you up to so much magic, so many potential synchronicities. You can try it out and see how it works for you personally. And you can actually try it free for 7 days when you create a free trial account in my Subliminals app, where I do have over 130 subliminals for really all areas of life. So you can even create your own playlist in the app. You can listen in 10 different background sound options. You can read the affirmations while you're listening. This is such a powerful manifesting tool and my absolute favorite one to use every single day to manifest things in my own life. So again, the link to download my Subliminals app and try out this Break No Contact Subliminal is in the pinned comment and description box underneath this video. Okay, so let's reshuffle the cards and tap into this person's headspace, but specifically their emotional space. So I'm going to go to the emotion deck, which feels fitting for this. I saw the words love and fear, like this person is feeling deep love and admiration for you. But also, I'm hearing secretly, but also not so secretly. Secretly because they think that they're hiding it well, but not so secretly because everyone around them actually senses it. Again, whenever your name comes up, something in this person shifts. Whenever they talk about you, there's something in their voice where like anyone who's paying attention sees that they feel differently about you than they do about really anyone else they've ever spoken about romantically, any other feminine energy they've ever connected with, including this person, this karmic feminine they are with currently. With the adversity card reversed, I feel like this person is trying actively to avoid some kind of conflict, but I also feel they're very conflict avoidant in general. Maybe they feel that expressing their feelings for you would create some kind of conflict, either with you or more likely, I feel with the karmic feminine that they're with, of course, or with maybe someone else. I don't know if there are other people on your side or this person's side involved that would create a conflict if this person were to express their feelings. I'm hearing I'm jealous of the idea of you being with anyone else with the envy card here, regardless of whether or not you are currently with someone else. I feel like this may be someone who often uses humor to cover their true emotions with the humor card reversed. So it may be very out of their element to be more serious. I know that sounds kind of strange, but I feel like it feels strange for them to be more serious, to not be like making a joke of this or making jokes about this, because humor may be a way that they actually cover what they're really feeling. Yeah, we have the failure card. This person feels like a failure in some way in their own life, or they don't feel as though they've succeeded or accomplished enough to really deserve their ideal relationship. Again, I feel like this gets back to their inferiority complex because, quite frankly, they haven't yet recognized that worth is innate, that worth is energetic, that worth isn't something that we suddenly receive once we accomplish certain things. It's something that we inherently have within ourselves. We are inherently worthy. And ironically, once we internally recognize our own worth, even when we have nothing, the worth of our stories, our dreams, our ideas, when we recognize that worth before we see evidence of our worth externally, that is how we actually manifest the evidence. That is how we actually receive the confirmation. But we have to be the ones to know our worth internally first. And that is a major lesson that this person is learning. I feel like they've been waiting so long to feel like they've accomplished enough physically to feel worthy energetically, and therefore to give themselves the permission to go after what they really want, especially in love when it comes to actually pursuing you, which is who they really want romantically. But I also feel that there is a general message for a divine feminine listening here, because I'm getting that for a divine feminine, what I'm saying here may actually be connecting with you personally on some level. Maybe this is something that you've experienced in your own life, needing to see your own worth and value before other people ever were able to see it. And then noticing how the results follow that knowingness of your own worth. Like when you decide that you are worthy, that you are abundant, that you are beautiful, that you are successful or worthy of success, that is when the evidence of that abundance and the evidence of that success starts manifesting in your life. So maybe that speaks to part of your journey as a divine feminine, either the journey you've already gone through or something that's currently unfolding in your life, just depending on what wave or timeline of the collective that you are on here. So let's go ahead and shuffle the traditional tarot cards. Is there anything else I can channel from this person's headspace? The Emperor. Yeah, I feel that when you met this person, they were very much in the King of Pentacles reversed state, which came out here. But you activated their Emperor self internally. They don't yet feel as though they are embodying that version of themselves, but you made them aware of their highest potential. But I am hearing sabotaging. I feel that this particular masculine has actively done things to sabotage becoming their emperor self, to sabotage. I was specifically seeing certain substances that could be involved here. That doesn't have to be the case for everyone, but I feel like they've used certain things to sabotage them actually rising into that higher potential. But you activated the awareness of the emperor within them, of this version of them that they could become if they truly choose to heal, with the Three of Swords in the reverse position. But it's almost like they've still been living as the King of Pentacles reversed, as this person living more on the surface, feeling more unstable, focused more on like status or material things or superficial connections. But the thing is, you've activated this awareness of who they could be if they truly opened their heart and healed themselves. And again, took the leap of faith and expressed their emotions regardless of the outcome. That really is the key here for this person. Yeah, you open their eyes to the potential timeline that they would have the ability to experience in love if they were to heal themselves. And I feel that for many of you as divine feminines, this actually speaks to a pattern you've seen play out in your life more than once when it comes to different masculine energies, where you meet someone and you activate the awareness of who that masculine could become if they were to open their heart, but they often struggle in the 3D with fully opening their heart and healing themselves in that way. But that's also why they often circle back to you, because it's almost like you give them a glimpse into this potential timeline represented by that 10 of Cups energy that is actually what they really desire deep down. But then they have to do the work to actually merge with that emperor potential within themselves so that they can consistently sustain the vibration necessary to actually live and exist on that higher timeline. So, wow, this reading felt really powerful for a certain group of divine feminines. Again, I don't know who this is for, but I hope it reached you. If it is for you, if you do feel a resonance here, I would love to hear what connected with you in the comments section. I always love reading through your comments. You can also follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself, where I post inspiring text posts to uplift your energy all day long. You can listen to my channeled music under my artist name, Songs by Infinity. I just released my latest song, The Room We Built a Dream In. So I really hope you enjoy it and receive some kind of healing or activation from it. Also, if you do want to use my break no contact subliminal to manifest contact from this particular person or someone else in your life, you can try it free for 7 days by downloading the Sound and Soulful app, which is available in both app stores. And the link to download the app directly is in the pinned comment and description box below. Otherwise, I am sending you all huge amounts of love. Have an amazing remainder of your day. Take care, and I will connect with you here again in the next reading.